everyone! I wanted to make a video going over the 2022 AP Calculus AB FRQ number 4. This is a no calculator question, and I think it's a good example of using a table in a free response question and also making sure that you're using data from the table if it's given to you. So I'm just going to be going over part D. This is basically a related rates question, and it says the height of a cone decreases at a rate of 2 centimeters per day. At time t equals 3 days, the radius is 100 centimeters and the height is 50 centimeters. Find the rate of change of the volume of the cone with respect to time in cubic centimeters per day at time t equals 3 days. And then they give you the equation for the volume of a cone. So I went ahead and underlined that we're going to be finding the rate of change of the volume of a cone with respect to time. So the first thing we want to do in this problem is to take the first derivative of the volume with respect to time. So here's our equation for the volume of a cone. So I'm going to say our change in volume with respect to time is equal to, we have this constant here, so I'm just going to pull that out. And then I like to do normal, so weird 2, times dh over dt plus derivative of r with respect to time times height. Okay, so that's our first derivative. Now we have to plug in for these values. So the first value they give us is that the height of the cone decreases at a rate of 2 centimeters per day. So that's going to mean our change in height with respect to time is equal to, well, this is decreasing, so make sure you do negative 2 centimeters per day. And then they're giving us r equals 100 centimeters and h equals 50 centimeters. Okay, so here's where the table comes in when we're finding our change in radius with respect to time. Oops, I just wrote dr over dt. So in this problem, it could be tempting to say, well, our radius is equal to 2 times our height, because when our radius is 100 centimeters, our height is 50 centimeters. But you can't find the derivative of that relationship and say that's equal to dr dt, because here they're giving you a table that has r prime in centimeters per day at different time values. So we know that t equals 3 days. So in this table, well, when t equals 3, they're telling us that your change in radius with respect to time is equal to negative 5. So that's what we're going to use as our dr over dt. So don't forget about that table and make sure you're using it if they give it to you. So now what we have to do is plug in these values. So our change in volume with respect to time is equal to 1/3 pi. Okay, so 100 squared is 10,000, dh dt is negative 2, plus 2 times 100, dr over dt is negative 5, times 50. All right, so let's see. This is negative 20,000 plus, so negative 500 times 50 times 2, so this will be negative 50,000. And then, okay, so negative 2,000 minus 50,000 is negative 70,000, so our answer is just negative 70,000 pi over 3, and that's our dv dt. All right, I hope this video was helpful, and make sure when you're doing a free response question that you remember to use the table if it's given to you.